Right, hello everybody, or happy new year, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm doing this on the Wednesday before New Year's Eve, so yeah, got into my craft studio and just done a little video on thanking you and everything for your support throughout the year. So, and like I said, I'm going to be doing a journal from this. I've pre-cut the pages. I'm doing a TN. I fancy doing a TN with this. But I will be using some of the bigger pages as well, and some I've printed onto thicker paper and everything, just so I can use tags and different things. So that's that. And today I thought I would do a topper from the kit, because what gave me the idea for the topper, this topper, was I'd done a swap with Yvonne over Christmas, and we done the tree decorations. I did put the pictures on my Facebook group, but they were beautiful, and they're on my tree. So, you know, and I gave Yvonne some, you know, bits of lace and different things, and she gave me all these wonderful shapes that I think this company here is no longer trading. I'm not sure, but it was a good friend of Yvonne's. And so she managed to, you know, she had a few bits and pieces from them. So I've been gifted them. So there's another frame look. I'm hoping to do something with them, because I'm interested in all this wood now because of my laser machine. And I've got one that I can cut different things out. So I thought I would make a start and use one of them. And it's going to be a frame. I love this. So great for Valentine's, isn't it? Do a little decoration or something. So I'm definitely going to be using a bit more wood this year, because I liked using the little windows that I cut out, which are here. So I've done these little simple windows, because you can either just use them singly, or you can do it so like it's a rebate. It's up to you really. So yeah, these are great. I should be doing a few more different shapes of windows and things as well. Yeah, I'm just playing, so, and I enjoy it. Right, so what have I done? I'll show you the sort of, I'll just put that there so you don't see it. What I've done so far, I've got this is just a piece of wallpaper. I've used this wallpaper before, and I use it for printing as well, because it's great for the gel plate, because it makes a nice impression on the gel plate. I've done most of them, I think. What have I done? I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll put one in the middle. 7. So I've used 7 of the TN sizes. I think there's 8 altogether. And then all I've done so far, this will change, of course it will, is put coffee stain paper in between. Yeah, just one page in between, because my journals get big. So I've got some nice staining going on here, and I thought it went really well with the kit. And I think my journals ended up about, not 8. Only because I print with my laser, and I can't do it 8 1/4 high, because I get a border. But so my TNs are a little bit shorter than the normal TNs. Yeah, it's sort of 8 or 1/8 lower than that. It says like 4 1/4. Okay, just shorter on the height. So I've done a cover like that. It's a bit bigger because it's got to allow for expansion. This will be backed on the inside either with a piece of card and some fabric. Yeah, so we got a bit of strength going on. But I thought that was a nice background. Went really well with the colours of the kit. If you look, I quite like that. So that's great. So I'm not going to put the topper on, because I might want to finish and back all this before I put the topper on. Not sure what I'm doing yet. But the topper, I thought, is going to be quite simple, really. One of the journaling cards, piece of cardboard, cut. Yeah, so that it's like so. I usually like to leave a bit of the paper, but this one just come all off, didn't it? So I do like to actually leave a bit of the paper, but I'm going to be gessoing this. I'm going to be gessoing the frame. I think I'm at the top. Okay, and this is going to go sort of here because I want it rustic looking. I thought this would look nice here. I had to just come down a bit because I don't want it under the frame, because I might fill the frame with resin or heat emboss it. Okay, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do something like that. So that's going to go there like so, and that's going to go sort of there now. So I thought I would just do the topper, but then that still gives it, if I don't stick it down or anything, you know, it still gives me a little bit of leeway if I want to add some more bits and pieces to the actual journal, you know, the front. But that is going to be the topper from the kit. So that's where I got my idea from, and I thought, great, use the frame. So that's all right. And this, you know, it's going to have to be stitched on, or I shall see the glue on that one. But that's great. The first thing I'm going to do is get some gesso on these. Not too much, just a bit. That medium. There we go. A bit of gesso. Yeah, I do want this year, I think I want to bring a little bit more sort of art in again. You know, I do quite a bit because I do miss my art journaling, you see. Even though I love the junk journals and I love using my kits, and which I'm going to still use because they're great for focal points. But I really do want to sort of do a bit more sort of art things. I know they do take sort of longer to do the videos and things like that because of the drying time, but it's where my passion lies, really. I do like to art journal. Okay. I actually like the wood effect, but I just thought a bit of gesso would be nice too. It's really funny because when you use the laser, some of the wood comes with a like masking tape on so that it doesn't burn, but I actually like the burn effect. I love it if it sort of, you get burn marks, but you know, years ago that would be classed as, oh no, that's not right, you know, why is there burn marks on this? But that's what I like. Okay, so that can dry, and that's just that. Yeah, that's fine. That's all I needed. Lovely. And look at all that gesso. You can't have that, can we? Okay. I think these are already done. I don't know whether I've got any left anywhere. The bits that go in the journal. Oh, that's a bit dark. Just put a bit on there. And here, this is just the back of a book. Oh, I've got my brush wet. Oh well. If you're wondering about that stamp, that's one of mine. It's something I'd done for mark making. It's sort of like that, oh, what do they call it? That sort of funny writing. And I've taken it out of a very old manuscript and just sort of used it and made a stamp, really. I think I've got some, what's it, pages 2. Let's put it on here. Sorry, what's it pages? Sorry, I'm miles away, you know. There we go. That's what I mean. These. I'll go back. This, oh yeah, this tea stain come out a bit yellow, so I'll just put a bit of this on it. We'll be changing the colour of these a bit, so just the tea I made was quite weak, so actually I've got quite a few. These are a bit big for the journal I'm making, but I'll put a bit of gesso on those just to use it up. So some of you know me by now. This is the sort of thing I do in between when I got anything left over. It took me a day to clean up the debris from what I left. Oh dear. It was pretty bad. Right. The first thing I'm going to do is glue this on. Just a little bit, and then I'm going to stitch on this. What have I got? I'm going to use red, actually. I've got red in there, or maroon, I should say. Just hold it there. I'm not sure whether I want to back this yet, so it's a bit, I think I will actually. I'm going to back that onto something. And this is the colour that I've picked to stitch around with. Okay. Even though I want to use the blue with it, I want to also use that colour. Okay. So I think you can go two ways. You can bring out the blue out of this kit, or you can bring out of this colour, and also you could bring out the gold too in the background here. So right, I shall stitch around that bit first, or are we going to stitch that onto there? See, I am going to stitch that eventually onto there. Let's have a look. I might actually leave that. Yeah, I am. And put this in. Okay. I'm going to stitch it onto here. Just going to make sure it fits on here. Okay. So is that not a simple topper? Okay, and all I'm going to do here is a stitch around that bit there. Okay. Okay, so that's done. All right, so what we've got to do now is stick this on there. Okay, it's going to go about there. I'm going to just check on my thing. If you've got a wider journal, this bit here you can bring out, like I pushed it in, but you can bring it out a little bit more. Okay, so that then it'll not look narrow and tall, it'll look wider. So, depending on what size journal you do, you can still use this sort of thing to do the front of a wider journal. I'm just going to make sure that's nice and square yeah, that's fine. Right, so that's going to go about there. So we're all right on a bit of that. Yeah, so that's literally going to go on top of that stitching. Okay, I'm happy with that. There. Right, so you have got to make sure this is really glued down. I do want to just ink up around here. Just a bit. Just should have done that first, but okay. So I shall glue this down. Just get the right side rather. Okay. And you're filling with resin, this is really got to make sure it's glued down. But I'm going to do mine with embossing powder today, I think. Because the thing is, when you mix resin, the pot that comes with it, I need something that's got about like a 2mm, a little pipette that way. Because I haven't got any. I don't want to mix a load. I don't want to mix 40ml of resin up for just this. And I haven't got anything ready to do, or else I would, and then do a load of stuff, which is great. So I'll do it with embossing powder. I'll see how we get on. Okay, I'll just give that a couple of minutes to dry. Okay, I think it's well stuck down. So I've got one of these, but mine's all dry. So, but I just use it as a pen, if you know what I mean. I've got another one somewhere, but where it is, I have no idea. So I'm just gonna get some in there. Around the edges. Okay. And then actually, it's not that wet either. It seemed to dry out really quickly in here. Right, let's hope. That's why you got to make sure it's nice and dry. Okay, let's see if we can get some stuck. I've got my piece of paper. Gonna have to watch the vellum though. Never thought of that, did I? So, okay. Let's see how much is stuck down. Oh, it's not too bad. It's just a bit here. Okay. And I'm gonna brush the other off. Don't need it. That's not too bad, right? I'm just going to do that just to protect that there. And I'll put that there as well. Stop the heat getting to it. Okay. Could have done with my ink pad being just a little bit stickier, but I will get there. You wonder what powder I'm using. Sorry, I'm just getting that in there. It's the ultra thick one. Okay. You know, yes, it is a little bit fiddly, but you know, we'll get there. And you can always lightly sand any bits that go over there. Okay, but I am going to, I need to sort of like do it so it gets in the corners a little bit more. Okay, so I'm holding it up now, yeah. I sort of want it to run, if you know what I mean. That's coming on nicely, and I'm going to carry on now. Okay, that is just becoming like glass. All right, just going to warm it up again, put some more in, and I'm going to keep layering it up a little bit higher. That's looking good. Okay, just let it cool down. How you can see, it just looks like glass. Yeah. Okay. So you just spend, you know, a little bit of time And just build it up, build it up. I've got one little bit here that's really got like a speck in there. So, you know what I'm going to do, because I don't want that in there. I'll warm it up and try and get it. And once that's flattened a little bit. Okay. I'll show you now. Okay. I just think sometimes, yeah, these sort of things do take a little bit of time, but I mean, I like painting my journal covers and things like that, so I don't really mind. It's just the effect that you get after, you know, that's well worth it. Right, I'm not sure about this yet, but I did find as a flower that I quite like. I was looking for a blue one, but I didn't have the right blue, and then I looked at it and I thought, no, I don't want blue. For some reason it's not happening. But this was quite nice, but it's got to be aged a bit, because these are quite modern ones, so just a bit of aging on that. I think do something like that. Like I say, none of that will go on until I finish the journal, but it could be something like that. And this is the same colour as what goes in with the kit, sort of like a burgundy wine colour. Let's have a look. Yeah, might be something like that, I'm not sure. Or might even go with the rust, like a jute one rather than that. I'm not sure about that yet. Okay, but that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, I'm still going to leave it go. Okay, for a minute. That's how it's going to look. Okay, so that's the topper. So I hope you enjoyed that, and be on with the next video shortly. Okay, thanks for watching then. Bye.